Good evening, friends. Today I want to talk about something that's often overlooked, but so important to our personal growth and well-being, the choices we make and the power we have to shape our lives. The truth is, life isn't just about the things we do, it's also about the things we choose not to do. And one of those choices is to recognize the value of restraint, discipline, and self-control. Your worth is not defined by others' expectations. This is a truth that, when fully embraced, has the power to set you free from the pressures, the comparisons, and the endless striving to meet standards that were never meant for you in the first place. Too often, people measure their value based on how others see them, on what society says they should be, or on the opinions of those around them. But the reality is, your worth isn't something that can be determined by outside voices. It's already been established deep within you. You were created with a purpose, with unique gifts, and with a value that is unshakable no matter what the world says. The challenge we all face is that we live in a culture that constantly tells us we need to do more, be more, and achieve more in order to be considered successful or valuable. From a young age, we are conditioned to seek approval, whether it's from parents, teachers, friends, or even strangers on social media. We're told that if we look a certain way, if we reach a certain level of success, or if we meet certain expectations, then we will finally be enough. But the truth is, if we spend our lives chasing after others' approval, we will always feel like we're falling short. No matter how much we do, it will never be enough in the eyes of the world, because the goalposts are always moving. What's considered acceptable or desirable today might change tomorrow. That's why it's so important to ground yourself in the truth that your worth is not dependent on how others see you, but on who you are at your core. When you understand this truth, it frees you to live authentically without constantly worrying about whether or not you measure up to others' expectations. It allows you to make decisions that align with your values rather than decisions that are based on fear or the need to fit. So many people go through life feeling trapped, feeling as though they have to live up to a certain image or fulfill a particular role in order to be accepted. But when you truly embrace the fact that your worth is not determined by others, you start to realize that you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You are already enough just as you are. This doesn't mean that you stop striving for growth or improvement. Rather, it means that your motivation shifts. Instead of working hard to gain approval, you start working hard because you recognize the potential within you. You pursue your goals not to impress others, but to honor the gifts you've been given and to live out your purpose. There's a big difference between striving for validation and striving for growth. When you live from a place of self-worth, you stop comparing yourself to others because you understand that your journey is unique. You no longer feel the need to compete or outshine someone else because you realize that there's room for everyone to succeed in their own way. Letting go of others' expectations can be difficult, especially when those expectations come from people you care about, your family, your friends, or even your community. It's natural to want to make others proud, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the danger comes when you start compromising your own happiness and authenticity in order to meet someone else's standards. You were not created to live someone else's version of success. You were created to live out your own unique purpose. That means sometimes you have to have the courage to say no, to set boundaries, and to choose a different path, one that aligns with who you truly are rather than who others want you to be. There's incredible freedom in embracing your true worth because it allows you to live with confidence. When you know who you are and what you bring to the table, you stop seeking constant reassurance. You stop apologizing for being yourself. You stop worrying about whether or not you fit into a particular mold. And most importantly, you begin to attract the right people into your life, people who appreciate you for who you truly are, rather than for what you can do for them. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is permission to let go of the need to please everyone. No matter how hard you try, there will always be people who don't understand you, who don't appreciate you, and who have their own opinions about how you should live your life. But their opinions do not define you. What defines you is how you choose to see yourself, how you treat yourself, and how you embrace your uniqueness. As you move through life, remind yourself often that your worth is not up for debate. It's not based on your achievements, your relationships, or your social status. It's something that is inherent within you, something that cannot be taken away. And when you fully embrace this truth, you walk with a different kind of confidence. You make choices that honor your true self. You pursue the things that truly matter to you rather than the things that simply look good to others. So today I encourage you to take a step back and ask yourself, are you living for others' expectations, or are you living for your own fulfillment? Are you making decisions based on fear of rejection or based on a deep understanding of your true worth? The answers to these questions can change the course of your life. When you choose to embrace your worth, you will find a sense of peace, fulfillment, and freedom that no amount of external validation can ever provide. Remember, you are enough. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Walk in confidence, knowing that your worth is not defined by others' expectations, but by the incredible person you were created to be. Discipline today builds blessings tomorrow. This simple yet profound truth holds the power to reshape your future in ways you may not yet fully understand. Every choice you make today is like a seed planted in the soil of your life. Some seeds take longer to grow, while others may show quick results. But one thing remains certain: what you sow today, you will reap tomorrow. Too often we get caught up in the desire for immediate results, instant gratification, and quick success. We want to see the rewards of our efforts right away, but life doesn't work that way. True success, true fulfillment, and true blessings are built on the foundation of daily discipline and consistent effort. Discipline isn't always easy. It requires sacrifice. It means saying no to things that feel good in the moment so that you can say yes to something greater in the future. It's about choosing what you need over what you want, prioritizing long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. The decisions you make each day, how you spend your time, what you focus on, how you manage your habits, all contribute to the life you are building. When you commit to discipline, you are investing in yourself, your dreams, and your future. Think about the most successful people you admire, whether in business, relationships, health, or personal growth. They didn't achieve their goals overnight. They put in the work, made sacrifices, and stayed committed even when it was hard. Success is not an accident. It's the result of consistent effort, patience, and unwavering dedication. Every great accomplishment is the result of small, consistent actions taken over time. Whether it's waking up early to work on your goals, choosing to eat healthy instead of indulging in junk food, or staying focused on your tasks instead of getting distracted by social media, these small choices add up to something far greater than we can imagine. The beauty of discipline is that it creates habits that shape your future. What may seem difficult today becomes second nature tomorrow. Each time you choose discipline over ease, you are strengthening your ability to persevere, to stay committed, and to move closer to your dreams. Over time, you'll find that what once required a lot of effort now comes naturally. That's the power of consistency. It transforms effort into effortless action. But it all starts with the small, daily choices you make. One of the greatest challenges of discipline is that the rewards aren't always immediate. You might not see progress right away, and that can be discouraging. It's easy to think, what's the point? I don't see any changes, but just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not working. Progress is often happening beneath the surface, just like a seed growing underground before it breaks through the soil. That's why it's so important to trust the process and keep going, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Your efforts are never wasted. Every disciplined action you take is moving you closer to your breakthrough, even if you can't see it yet. It's important to remember that discipline is not just about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about setting clear goals, creating a plan, and sticking to it even when you don't feel like it. It's about making intentional choices that align with your values and your vision for the future. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Some days will be harder than others, and there will be moments when you feel like giving up. But discipline is about getting back on track, staying focused, and reminding yourself why you started in the first place. When you embrace discipline, you gain control over your life. You stop being driven by impulses and start making choices that align with your purpose. You develop resilience, the ability to push through challenges, and the confidence to face whatever comes your way. Discipline builds character, and character is what sustains success. It's not just about reaching your goals, it's about becoming a person who is capable of maintaining those blessings once you have them. There's an old saying that goes, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. No matter how big your dreams are, they will always be limited by your daily habits and routines. If you want to see different results, you have to start by changing your habits. Discipline is what helps you build those habits and stay committed to them. It's the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. The truth is, discipline may not always be enjoyable in the moment, but the rewards it brings are always worth it. Think about the feeling of accomplishment that comes when you reach a goal you've been working toward for a long time. That sense of fulfillment doesn't come from luck or wishful thinking. It comes from the effort and dedication you put in along the way. And the more you practice discipline, the more you realize that it's not a burden, it's a gift. It empowers you to take control of your life, to create the future you desire, and to live with purpose and intention. So today I encourage you to embrace discipline, to see it not as a restriction, but as a pathway to freedom. When you commit to making the right choices today, you are setting yourself up for a future filled with blessings, opportunities, and success. Trust the process, stay committed, and remember that every small act of discipline is an investment in your future. The more you put in today, the more you will receive tomorrow. Keep going, stay focused, and never underestimate the power of discipline in shaping your destiny. Purity brings peace. This simple yet profound truth holds the key to a life of fulfillment, clarity, and joy. In today's world, we are constantly surrounded by distractions, temptations, and pressures that can pull us away from what truly matters. We are encouraged to chase after fleeting pleasures, to compromise our values for temporary satisfaction, and to live in ways that don't align with our highest calling. But deep down, we all long for something greater peace. A peace that isn't dependent on our circumstances, but one that comes from within, from knowing that we are living with integrity, purpose, and purity of heart. When we talk about purity, many people often think only in terms of moral or physical purity, but it's so much more than that. Purity is about having a clear mind, a sincere heart, and a life that is free from the weight of guilt, regret, and compromise. It means living in a way that aligns with your values, being honest with yourself and others, making choices that reflect the best version of whom you are. When you live with purity, you create space for peace to enter your life. You no longer have to carry the burden of secrets, the stress of living a double life, or the anxiety that comes from trying to please everyone around you. Instead, you experience the freedom that comes with being true to yourself. The truth is, peace and purity go hand in hand. When your heart is pure, your mind is at ease. There's no internal conflict, no struggle between who you are and who you're pretending to be. You can lay your head down at night without worry, without the weight of guilt pressing on your soul. That kind of peace is priceless. It's something money can't buy and success can't guarantee. It comes from knowing that you are living a life of integrity, that you're making choices that honor your values, and that you're not compromising your future for momentary pleasure. Living a life of purity doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It simply means you strive to make choices that align with your core values. It's about being intentional with what you allow into your life, what you watch, what you listen to, the relationships you cultivate, and the thoughts you entertain. When you guard your heart and mind, you create an environment where peace can thrive. It's easy to underestimate how much the things we expose ourselves to can affect our inner peace. The movies we watch, the conversations we engage in, and the habits we form all have an impact on our well-being. When we choose purity in these areas, we are actively protecting our peace. There's a saying that goes, a clear conscience makes for a soft pillow. When you know you're living in alignment with your values, you don't have to worry about being found out, about living a life of pretense, or about carrying the weight of poor decisions. Instead, you can walk with confidence, knowing that your actions reflect your true self. That kind of peace allows you to move forward without hesitation, to pursue your dreams without fear, and to build relationships based on trust and authenticity. However, choosing purity is not always easy. We live in a world that often celebrates compromise and instant gratification. It's tempting to take shortcuts, to make choices that bring temporary happiness but long-term regret. But true peace comes when we resist those temptations and stay committed to what we know is right. It requires strength to say no to things that don't align with your values, but the reward is always worth it. When you choose purity, you're choosing a life of true fulfillment rather than fleeting pleasure. Purity also brings clarity. When your heart and mind are clear, you're better able to hear your intuition, to make wise decisions, and to stay focused on what truly matters. Without the distractions of guilt, regret, or confusion, you're free to pursue your goals with confidence. You're not weighed down by the baggage of past mistakes or the fear of future consequences. Instead, you can walk boldly in the direction of your dreams, knowing that your choices are leading you toward a future filled with purpose and joy. One of the most beautiful things about purity is that it doesn't just affect you, it impacts those around you as well. When you live with integrity and sincerity, you inspire others to do the same. Your example encourages those in your life to make better choices, to seek a deeper sense of peace, and to pursue a life of authenticity. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, your commitment to purity can be a source of hope and inspiration when you need it most. It's important to remember that purity is not about living under a set of rigid rules, but about embracing a way of life that brings lasting joy and peace. It's about making choices that reflect the person you want to become, the values you hold dear, and the future you are working toward. And the amazing thing is, the more you choose purity, the easier it becomes. The more you surround yourself with positive influences, uplifting relationships, and meaningful pursuits, the more natural it feels to walk in peace and confidence. If you've ever felt weighed down by regret, shame, or the consequences of past choices, know this: it's never too late to start fresh. Purity isn't about where you've been, it's about where you're going. Every day is an opportunity to make better choices, to align your life with your values, and to invite peace into your heart. It's never too late to step into a life of integrity and experience the freedom that comes with it. So today I encourage you to take inventory of your life. Ask yourself, am I living in a way that brings me peace? Are there areas where I need to make changes? Am I allowing things into my life that are stealing my peace? When you take a step back and evaluate your choices, you give yourself the opportunity to realign with what truly matters. Remember, purity brings peace. It's the foundation of a fulfilling life, the key to lasting joy, and the pathway to true freedom. Embrace it, protect it, and let it guide you toward the life you were meant to live. Your mind is a battlefield guarded fiercely. Every day from the moment you wake up, a battle is taking place in your mind. It's a battle between positive and negative thoughts, between faith and fear, between hope and doubt. The thoughts you allow to take root will shape your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your future. The truth is, your mind is one of the most valuable assets you have, and it's under constant attack from distractions, negativity, and influences that try to pull you away from your purpose. That's why it's so important to guard your mind fiercely, to take control of what you allow in, and to be intentional about the thoughts you choose to dwell on. Everything you do in life starts in your mind. Before you take action, before you speak a word, it all begins with a thought. If your mind is filled with doubt, worry, and negativity, it's only a matter of time before those thoughts begin to influence your choices and your circumstances. On the other hand, when your mind is filled with positive, uplifting, and empowering thoughts, you set yourself up for success, for confidence, and for peace. The mind is powerful, and when you learn to master it, you can overcome any challenge that comes your way. The problem is, many people don't realize how much influence their thoughts have over their lives. They allow negative thoughts to linger, feeding their fears and insecurities, without recognizing the damage that's being done. They dwell on past mistakes, on things they cannot change, and on worries about the future. And slowly, without even realizing it, they become trapped in a cycle of negativity that affects their health, their relationships, and their ability to move forward. That's why guarding your mind isn't just a suggestion, it's a necessity if you want to live a fulfilling and successful life. One of the most important things you can do to guard your mind is to be mindful of what you expose yourself to. What are you watching? What are you listening to? Who are you surrounding yourself with? All of these things have a direct impact on the thoughts that take root in your mind. If you're constantly feeding yourself negativity, whether through social media, the news, or toxic relationships, it's going to be difficult to maintain a positive mindset. But when you choose to fill your mind with things that are uplifting, encouraging, and inspiring, you create an environment where positivity can thrive. You have to make a conscious effort to take control of your thoughts. When negative thoughts try to creep in, when doubt tells you that you're not good enough, When fear tells you that you'll never succeed, when past mistakes whisper that you're not worthy, you have to push back. You have to remind yourself of the truth. You are capable, you are worthy, and you have a purpose that no one can take away from you. But it starts with making a decision to reject negativity and replace it with thoughts that empower and uplift you. Guarding your mind fiercely also means setting boundaries. Sometimes we allow negativity into our lives through the people we interact with. There may be people around you who constantly speak doubt, who discourage your dreams, or who bring unnecessary drama and stress into your life. If you want to protect your peace, you have to learn to set boundaries with those who don't contribute to your growth. It's not about cutting people off completely, but about being intentional with your energy and protecting your mental space. Another key to guarding your mind is practicing gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, when you choose to see the blessings in your life rather than the obstacles, it shifts your entire perspective. Gratitude has a way of pushing out negativity, of reminding you that even in difficult seasons, there is still so much to be thankful for. By making gratitude a daily practice, you strengthen your mental defenses and train your mind to focus on the good. It's also important to be intentional with your words because your words have power. What you say about yourself and your situation can reinforce the thoughts that are in your mind. If you constantly speak words of defeat, I'll never get ahead, I'm not good enough, things never work out for me, those words will take root in your subconscious and influence your reality. But when you speak life over yourself, I am strong, I am capable, great things are coming my way, you set yourself up for success. Your words shape your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your reality, so choose them wisely. Meditation and mindfulness are also powerful tools to guard your mind. Taking time each day to quiet the noise, to reflect, and to focus on what truly matters helps to declutter thoughts and create mental clarity. Whether through prayer, meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few moments of silence, these practices help you gain control over your mind and bring a sense of peace and focus. Remember, guarding your mind is a daily practice. It's not something you do once and forget about. Just like you wouldn't leave the front door of your home open to strangers, you shouldn't leave your mind unprotected from negative influences. You have to be diligent, consistent, and intentional about what you allow in. When you make it a priority to protect your mind, you set yourself up for a life of greater peace, confidence, and fulfillment. So today, I encourage you to take a stand, take control of your thoughts. Be intentional about what you allow into your life. Choose to fill your mind with positivity, faith, and hope. Reject the thoughts that don't serve you and replace them with thoughts that uplift and empower you. Because when you guard your mind fiercely, you open the door to a life of greater peace, purpose, and possibility.